What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Heroclix video. We are on the regular set review for the War of the Realms set, and as usual we're going to start with the commons. Keep in mind that these are figures that I think have a chance to be played competitively in the 300 point modern or bronze format. There seems to be a little bit more viable figures that I can see compared to the Empire set. I have 7 figures here that we'll take a look at. We'll see how, I don't know how viable they are, but for sure there's at least a couple of them that I think we'll see a lot of play. And then the rest of them could just be fillers, maybe if you're building on a budget or for a specific type of team, then these are the guys to look at. So we're going to start with 001 Thor. This is a 75 point piece that's 7 clicks. And it is a shifting focus figure. That's basically the only reason why I put this here. Because if there is any chance for this Thor to be played, it's because the shifting focus mechanic for this specific Thor, or you know, this set of Thors is good. Because we saw with the Wonder Woman that was 75 points, she's played a lot in a lot of teams. However, she does come with equipment, and that, you know, all the different equipments she can use and change to, she can gives her more versatility. Now, this is in the same vein in that, you know, it's 7 clicks, strong dial. If you look at the 001, I mean, it's a 12 attack, 4 damage up top with a 10 attack, or I'm sorry, 10 move charge with imperv, and then goes to sidestep, close combat expert. It's really solid. As Guardians, Avengers, Deity, Warrior, and, you know, as Guardians is going to be, I think, one of the next new keyworded theme teams you're going to see a lot of, because there's just a lot more support now, especially with the legacy cards. But that's basically it. You know, this is the close combat version. He's got 2 bolts, so he can split up his 4 damage if he wants, or you know, he can quake. But other than that, you know, we'll see if the shifting focus works with the Thor, then this Thor should be good. Okay, and the next one is 002 Captain America. Just basically what he's here for is on rate. This guy's really solid. He's 60 points and he's 7 clicks with 3 damage, 11 attack, almost a whole dial. 11s and 10s. He has, you know, even when he does drop to 2, he has close combat expert. He has a move and attack like the whole dial, kind of, with charge in the front and the back, and then he has sidestep. Leadership up top, you know, 7 clicks for 60 points with an Avengers team ability, shield team ability. You know, if there's a, you know, if there's like a reason to play kind of like a close combat piece, kind of like this, even though he has a ESD for a close combat piece, kind of weird. But, you know, invaders, pass, shield, soldier, Avengers, there's at least more options for him to be played. 6 range, 2 bolts, not bad. But really, it's just on rate here. You know, 7 clicks for 60 points, almost the whole dial is really strong. So, you know, he could be seeing some play, but, you know, it's probably a fringe piece, but who knows? Something to look out for. Okay, and then the third one here is Lady Sif number 15. My personal favorite from this sealed play. She is absolutely amazing. She can just dominate games with her rally and flurry. It's crazy. 55 points for 6 clicks. She has charge blades. She has leadership, invuln toughness, and then reflexes, invuln. So she has a lot of reducers. 3 damage the whole dial. Yeah, almost all of them, all the clicks are good, right? It's leadership, close combat expert, and then exploit. The exploit on the back is pretty brutal if she gets back there, because she has flurry as a trait. So that's going to be basically 6 damage. Or if she gets hit in the middle, she's going to have a 12 attack for 4 damage flurry with the close combat expert. 2 bolts, so when she charges, she can split up the damage. Like I said, only 55 points for 6 clicks. solid leader here. As Guardian Avengers Deity Warrior, again, solid keywords. Her rally is kind of what puts her over the top in my opinion. The rally is 1 friendly attack rolls, and then says free, remove 1 of Lady Sif's rally dice to make a close attack. So essentially, it's kind of like a prob, because for the most part, if you roll a 1, it most likely a miss, right? Unless you need a really low attack, a low roll to hit. So let's say you roll like a 4 and a 1, you missed on one of her flurry attacks. Well, then you just remove it. She just attacks. So that's essentially prob, right? So that's already built in there. On top of her being on the theme team, we'll have regular prob. Furthermore, she can actually attack up to 3 times in a turn. This is why I said it kind of puts her over the top. Because let's say she's on her second or third click and, she's a 12 for 4. And somebody has an 18 defense. Well, that's a 6. If you roll a 5 and a 1, that still hits, but then now you get a rally die. And then after she hits her 2 attacks, then you can remove that the rally die and then make another close attack for 12 for 4. With 2 bolts attacking 3 times for 12 for 4, that's really devastating for just a common that's just doing this. If you give her any kind of penetrating or precision strike or anything like that, then it gets crazier, because you can equip her with all kinds of stuff in modern and bronze. But just by herself, interestingly enough, if she hits all 3 attacks just by herself, she can trigger a troublemaker. So call out Manta or Grodd or Brainiac. So I think she's one of the more solid attacking pieces in that you can play. It's just a common, so this is easy to get. So I would definitely take a look at her if you're going to be playing, especially as Guardians. But if you're playing on theme here, solid. Okay, and then the next one I have here is Black Widow. The next 2 are kind of the same. These I think they have potential to be really, really strong, or it could be fringe pieces and maybe nobody plays them. But the number 11 Black Widow, 50 points, 3 bolts, 4 range, wild card, 5 clicks, Avengers, Champions, Martial Artists, Shield, Spy, Thunderbolts. Good keywords again. Keep in mind, anyone who's like a Shield or Avenger can all be swapped out, or I'm sorry, any Avengers can basically be swapped out with the Captain America from Empire. So just keep that in mind if you want to put some of these guys on your sideline. But she has sidestep, reflexes, outwit for the first 3 clicks, and then on the back she becomes an attacker with charge and close combat expert. Super senses. She ignores characters on movement. It's better than most characters. And then she has this trait, which is what I think would be the reason why you would look at her. Wait for the perfect opportunity. Stealth. Friendly characters that are adjacent or have the Avengers keyword can use stealth. There are less and less characters now that ignore hindering for improved targeting or targeting abilities. There was a lot more in the past, but it seems to me that there's less and less. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems to me that way. It seems to be more and more, trending more and more that way, because they've taken some of the effectiveness of stealth away, where it only works if you're not next to them. So they kind of have to, I guess, pull back a little bit on the ignore hindering part, or else, because stealth has already taken a hit, so they got to kind of balance it a little bit. At least that's what I think. Anyway, she's got outwit, so that's good. But giving everybody stealth, if she's just on a theme team, that's not Avengers. But if you're on an Avengers theme team, they all have stealth. So if you have like Nightbringer, or if anybody that has free smoke, they can, or just in hindering in general, they could just all move around and just kind of hide, kind of protect themselves if nobody can shoot. So this would be something to at least consider if they're a ranged team, but they don't ignore hindering, right? 50 points might be a little high, but it's on par. 50 points, 5 clicks. I know we're used to seeing 6 clicks, 50 points nowadays or more, but it should be fine for 50 points, 5 clicks with stealth. So, and then the next one is very similar, but I think we might see a little bit more of this guy just because of the effect here. So Spider-Man, number 008. This is the Miles Morales Spider-Man, of course, because he's on S.H.I.E.L.D. Avengers Champion S.H.I.E.L.D. Spider-Man family. 6 clicks for 60 points already. You know, that's on par with what's out there. You know, solid stats, of course, all the way down. You know, 11 attacks and 10 attacks, 18 defense all the way down, except for the last click. Outwit, exploit. You know, charge and plasticity. He ignores elevated movement, wild card, and then 2 bolts with a 4 range. Here's the reason why you would look at him. Pardon me, swinging through. That's a trait. Super senses. Friendly characters that are adjacent or have the Avengers keyword can use super senses. Ooh, that's huge. Not only giving your guys super senses to have more evasion, just like Mysterio given Syndicate characters shape change, which is good. It's just there are more Avengers that you can play in as opposed to Syndicate characters. Furthermore, his trait is friendly characters that are adjacent, so they don't have to have the Avengers. They can be Avengers anywhere in the map that have super senses, but if they're adjacent and they don't share a keyword, they have super senses. Why is that important? Well, his keywords are they don't share anything with Wonder Woman. Okay, he doesn't have any quote-unquote generic keywords or non-named keywords, which is an old wording, so he won't be able to be on a theme team with them. But if you're on a Wonder Woman team and he copies the Wonder Woman team ability, he now has a super senses on 4 through 6, but also he gives all the other Wonder Woman team ability characters that don't have super senses, they now have super senses with the Wonder Woman team ability, so now it's a 4 through 6. Also, as long as you just have, let's say, Giganta on your team, who has Wonder Woman team ability, you could just copy that with the rest of your wild cards. So they don't actually have to be, you don't need to have a bunch of Wonder Woman team ability characters, just somebody with one, and then they all copy it, and now they all have super senses 4 through 6, right? Or if they have Precision Strike, it's 5 and 6. But 50% chance of you rolling out, you know, that's better than 33%, right? So I think you'll see a little bit, people will try to tool, you know, they'll try to see if they can fit him in, see if they can try to make like a solid evasion team. But with everybody liking theme teams nowadays, it'll be hard to fit that together. But it should be cool to see that if people try that. Okay, and then the last two I think we're going to see a lot more of. The first one is Loki, the number 007. He has 2-point values, 50 and 10. However, you can only include the 10-point version if you have a 50-point version already on your force. The 50-point version is 5 clicks, and it has prob on the top click. He flies too, so he can also taxi. The 10-point version is just essentially the first click, you know, 9, 10, 18, 3 with super senses, stealth, and prob, and they fly. And they're gonna have Mystics, so it's very similar to Dr. Fate. And you know, when for a time when Justice League was all over the place, it was very common to see 4, 5, or 6 Dr. Fates on the board because of this other trait, right, from the illusions and trickery. For all characters with this trait, if you have 2 to 4 Loki on your force, 007 Loki on your force, action total +1. 5 or more, then you get action total +2. This is on top of leadership. So if you have leadership and you have 5 of these guys, man, that's yeah. Let's just say you have 2 or 3. You're gonna be doing 5 actions, you know, on top of if you have any autonomous. So, you know, nowadays with everybody playing a lot more characters, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, getting getting additional actions for your turn is it's something that everybody would definitely want to look for, right? And him being a mystical deity and Asgardian, he can of course fit on a lot of teams. Mystical, you know, if you combine this with like the Dr. Fate the Dr. Fate ones because they have the similar effects. You could just have like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9 actions in a turn. Of course, Doom comes across the, you see him across the map and then you just cry. Anyway, the reason, a couple reasons why, aside from that, why this character I think is awesome is because it has prob, right? Because prob is always welcomed. Super senses, and then it has Majestix. So even if those, you know, the 10-point guys get hit, they're gonna be given feedback damage. So I think you'll see. Also, if you're gonna be playing, like, if you really want to build your theme, if you want to build your theme count up, you know, if you play like 3 of these guys, 70 points, you're additional +3 to your map roll. So you can have a better chance of winning map just because you can have potentially more than your opponent. Of course, it's capped at +3, but you can just have more. If they have like 8, you can have now 11 or 12. Which also means you have 3 people with probs. Whereas the Dr. Fate, I think they had TK, this and TK enhancement, this was prob. Might be better, but you know, we'll see. And then the last one, I think this is we'll see a lot of play, is the number 004 Scarlet Witch. Wow, this is one of the best commons I've seen in a while. She's only 30 points, 4 clicks with TK, prob, face teleport with passenger 3, but she can only carry characters that share a keyword with her. Okay, whatever. Now check out the keywords. Avengers, Latveria, Mystical, Young Avengers. Latveria, Mystical already see a lot. I mean, you already see a lot of Latveria to begin with, so she slots right into that Latveria team. And then, of course, Mystical is always going to be strong. Avengers. But the fact that she does basically everything that you want trait. Carrying 3 characters. Phasing, so she moves 10. TK, prob. There's not really much more you can ask for in a 30-point figure. Oh, and she has the Avengers team ability, so she moves actually 11. Barrier on the back end if they don't kill her. But I think this will be a staple on a lot of these teams because she's your taxi, she's your TK, and she's your prob all in one for 30 points. And this might be one of the best cheap support pieces. You know, kind of like on the level of like Molecule Man. Although Molecule Man has a lot more use with his barrier thing, but you know, for her, this is just a solid piece. And of course, all it says is if they share a keyword with her. So if you can somehow fit her on other teams and give her those keywords, she can carry those people too. You know, like she could be Shield, for example, if you wanted to put her on a Steve Rogers Shield team, and she could carry Shield people now. So anyway, those are the 7 figures that I think have a shot to be competitive in the Modern and Bronze Age. You know, the good news is all of these are commons, so they're going to be easy to get. I think Loki and Scarlet Witch will see the most play. I definitely think Spider-Man will have some people trying that super evasion trick. But yeah, that's what I got. Let me know what you guys think. See if I missed any commons that you think are you know, worth looking at as well. You know, there are only 16 of them. And you know, this is almost half of them, I think, that are playable, which bodes well for newer players who don't have that many pieces, because then you just play these, you know, a lot of these pieces, and you might be, you know, you should be competitive at least. So, all right, the next one will be uncommons. That's it, I guess. Thanks for watching, listening. Thanks for your feedback, your comments. Please like, subscribe. And see you next time. Bye.